You ready?
Yep.
We're here with Shorty in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you for joining us today. Do we have permission to record you and post this interview on YouTube?
Yes.
Great. Where are you from originally?
California.
What part?
The outskirts of LA.
Outskirts, like in Riverside, San Bernardino County?
Exactly.
Nice area. How long were you there?
Well, 30, bounced around, between Riverside and LA County, San Bernardino and Riverside County for the first 33 years of my life.
What made you come to Vegas?
Everybody has a story, but it's a cliche. Came to Vegas on some bullshit.
Oh, okay. And then you went to high school out there?
In California.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Where, in Riverside or San Bernardino County?
Both LA and San Bernardino County.
Okay.
I didn't move to Riverside County till I was
You graduated?
older. Yeah.
What kind of grades did you get?
I was pretty mixed. I found out after my first freshman year, I did freshman twice, that I needed to be in special ed.
Yeah.
But once I found that out, I actually loved learning, because I learned how to learn for myself.
Learn for yourself, and also you had a special ed teacher?
I did, yeah.
They taught you you just learn differently,
Exactly.
Special needs, you had an IEP, learn differently.
Exactly.
Yeah. You had a school psychologist, gave you the test. That's cool. Mm-hmm. That was my background back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I worked with the mild to moderate kids.
Okay.
You were probably mild to moderate.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
And then what's the politically correct term? Is it little people?
Yeah, little people.
Okay.
Little person is, yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. You graduated high school, and then did you go to college?
Yeah, I did, right after, literally immediately right after I graduated high school, I went to college for MA, medical assisting.
Oh, okay.
I didn't give myself any break.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You finished college, and did you work after that?
Yeah, I worked as a medical assistant for a couple years.
Okay. And how old are you again?
35.
35, okay. And then what kind of student were you besides the good grades? Were you popular? Did you have a lot of friends?
Up until 7th grade,
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
I was shy, insecure, very timid, very scared of everything, quite opposite of what I am today. And one day I just stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah. Just stopped, huh?
I stopped caring what people thought.
Yeah.
And my social life changed, and I did become more popular. I had a lot more friends, and
Were you abused at all as a child by family or?
I was raped when I was 12. In fact, multiple times by this one family.
Did you report them?
Yeah.
Did you get counseling for that?
I did.
But it traumatized you still. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure it's traumatized you. You have nightmares?
No.
Are you currently using any drugs?
Yeah.
And then I won't get into it too much. I'm not gonna report you. I'm not a narc. When did you first experiment with drugs? I'm glad you're smiling. When did you first experiment with drugs?
Very recently.
Oh, you're recent.
Very recent. I didn't do drugs at all growing up or anything.
Wow.
Not in my 20s.
Yeah.
Not until my 30s.
Who got you into it?
I've had multiple spinal operations.
Oh.
And within that, since I was 19, I've been in a pain management program. And from then to just a couple years ago, they had me on opiates, and they put me on some really strong opiates. When I was 19, they had me jump from 2 to 3,000.
Yeah.
In the dosage for no good reason. And it's honestly my doctors that I blame for.
Blame the doctors?
I mean, I take my accountability, of course, put a lot of blame, and I have a lot of resentment coming from them, or stemming from them.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm a grown woman, so.
Now, what do you do out here to survive?
I fly a sign.
Have you ever worked as a prostitute on these streets?
Yeah, I have. See, it's one of those situations you'll never know until you're put in that situation.
Yeah.
And there's quite a bit, until you have nothing.
Yeah.
And you don't realize what nothing is until each piece gets taken. You know, when I first became homeless, I still was not without nothing.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Even up until just very recently did I really experience nothing.
Do you have family that you keep in contact with?
I have family, but no, we're not in contact. Again, I have no phone. And that's one of the main reasons. I can't keep a phone.
I'm sorry, what was the reason you can't keep a phone?
Sticky fingers. Mainly.
You're getting robbed out here all the time?
Yeah, it's not like a gun in your face type robbery. It's just, you know, sticky fingers.
Sticky fingers. Mm-hmm. Do you have a support system out here? Do you have friends that protect you, or? Take your time. Here you go, sweetie.
Thank you. Just looking for my lighter.
What do you need?
I was just looking for my lighter.
Huh?
Lighter?
Oh, you want a lighter?
Yeah.
All right. We can move on from that question if you want to answer. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay.
What's the best thing in your life right now?
There was a time, you know, the first 35 years of my life, I would have felt that there was, no matter how bad the situation, because I'm always a very optimistic person, or I had always been an optimistic person. I still feel I am. I try and see the value and the good in every and all situations and people, but yeah, I'm alive.
Have you ever tried to get clean?
Tried what?
To get clean, go to rehab or NA?
I did.
Did you? How long did you remain sober?
13 days.
Did you? What made you relapse?
I was in so much pain.
It's the pain, huh?
Where I was at, the facility, it just became very difficult to reside in, you know, seeing that it was very much like a junior high. It was very difficult to even get from my bedroom to the dinner table or downstairs to go smoke a cigarette. It was...
How long were you there?
13 days.
And then you just walked out?
Yeah, I didn't plan on it.
How long was the program?
It was I did a detox for... Actually, I did a really long detox.
Okay.
Because I was so sick. But it was a 30-day, like, some people were there for like a year. So, I mean, it really depended on your case.
So there are places out there in Nevada. What's the place called?
Crossroads.
Crossroads? I've heard of that place. Mm-hmm. Can you get on methadone? Have you thought about that, or?
Yeah, I was on methadone for the first 15... I was on methadone for 15 years.
Oh, okay.
Before I even touched heroin or anything.
No, to get off heroin, let me ask you this, what is your exit strategy? What would you like in a perfect world to happen for you to get off these drugs?
For just that, to be on.
What can you do? Say if today was the day you wanted to get clean, what are the steps you could take?
I would need to... Are you saying what needs to happen?
Yeah,
or
what would need to happen?
I need to...
How could someone help you? Because it sounds like you have the mental ability to just get up and do it.
Right.
What would need to happen? How could someone help you right now to get clean, to start the process?
I would need to be, like you said, you know, on a medication like methadone or Subutex. Suboxone does not work for me.
Okay.
But Subutex and methadone do.
Yeah.
And I'd be more than happy. In fact, I've never... I hate heroin.
You hate heroin?
I don't like... If you heard me talk about, you know, drug addicts and heroin, I mean, you would think that I was not on it myself, but I have a very low opinion of heroin addicts and
so what's stopping you is the pain. It's too painful. You gotta try to get off of it. And then What about withdrawals? Can you describe the withdrawals coming off heroin?
It's the worst feeling in the world. It's like, if for someone who's never experienced it, imagine the worst flu you've ever had. And while experiencing that, you're experiencing I've always explained it like your blood's boiling.
Your blood's boiling? It depends on each person, but how about for you?
Exactly. I was still feeling it on day 13.
Day 13? Wow.
Yeah.
Then you got the psychological withdrawals, which I'm sure is terrible.
Exactly. I'm pretty good at talking shit to myself. You know,
Yeah.
I'm constantly, once I start going through that, you know, the first is the anxiety, and then your mind tricks you into thinking you're sick and you're not. And, you know, so I'll start talking shit to myself, like,
Talk shit.
shut up, you know, you're just being a little pussy little bitch, you know.
Yeah.
Are you over dramatic? Like, stop being dramatic and whatever. But, you know, it's then when you reach that point when you're, nah, it ain't in your mind. It's your body.
On these streets, what's the worst thing that's happened to you?
I've had a lot of things happen to me, with me, around me, to me.
Yeah.
But the worst thing is, and it sounds weird to someone who doesn't understand, but it's the bullshit.
The bullshit?
The bullshit.
Yeah.
The fuckery, I'm never appreciative of anyone who's given me anything but the truth, no matter how ugly it is. I don't get offended. I don't want to say I don't get offended. It's very difficult to offend me. But the bullshit is in the manipulation.
Have you ever had a pimp when you were working on the streets?
No.
Never?
No.
You get approached?
Yeah, I did.
Or you stay away from that?
Yeah. I know the at hello, basically.
What are some red flags you look for when a guy's trying to pick you up? Something, if you observe something, you
mean in their
like if you see the way they look or a certain car they drive, or
that they're a pimp, or that they're
no, just a normal normal,
or like
normal
that they're on foul shit.
Like a normal trick. If there's something you see and it might look like a cop or something, what do you avoid? What do you see what's a red flag that you will not go into a car?
It's in their eyes.
In their eyes? Mm-hmm. You can look into their eyes and know.
Yeah.
And you've turned down clients like that? Mm-hmm. Based on what you see in their eyes?
Yeah.
Are you currently seeing anyone? Dating anyone?
No.
Oh. What would you say to a young person wanting to get into either prostitution or dabbling in drugs? How would you talk them out of it?
Well, the thing is, you know, a woman or a girl typically doesn't want to get into prostitution. It's not necessarily, I'm not saying that there's none that do.
Good point. It's out of desperation.
It's not
right?
like it's like not like a little girl, you know, who dreams to be Barbie or dreams to be a doctor. You know, you do have your young girls who are, I guess, mentally ill, and you're going through what they're going through, and those who've been molested, who you know, repeat the cycle or endure the cycle. But the thing is, you know, some children or even adults, they seek that pain.
They seek the pain?
Yeah, they know it's a ugly picture, but they seek that. Whether it's, you know, self deprecating or self-damaging, you know, or whether, you know, they're even trying to hurt the ones who have hurt them or their family. A lot of times they seek that ugly because they feel that the ugly is either what they deserve or it's what their family deserves, maybe, or they just seek that ugly because they're tired of the ugly that they're in. I don't know.
I get you. Great points. Have you ever been to jail?
Everyone has.
Not everyone, but...
Yeah, I've been told that, but, you know, yes.
Last two people I talked to did, but so you have, okay.
Mostly trespassing.
Mostly trespassing. Nothing serious?
No felonies. No.
Okay. Where would you like to see yourself in 2 years?
Out of Vegas.
Out of Vegas, where would you like to live?
Near my kids. Yes, I have 2 kids.
2
boys.
kids?
Yes.
Where do they live?
In California.
Okay. So, get out of Vegas, move to California with your kids. Get a job, hopefully.
Yeah.
Do you see that happening very soon, or?
I'm sure it can't happen very soon.
All right. So. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, are you able to write your YouTube channel down?
What's that?
Your YouTube channel?
Oh, yes. I'll give that to you, okay, after the interview.
Definitely.
I'll give you the name of it, and I'll leave you my number if you need any kind of a ride or something if I'm in the area, or any other support.
Okay.
Well, that'll be everything for today. I really appreciate you being honest and giving me this interview. Hopefully I can do an update with you.
Definitely.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.